Hi everyone, my name is Angela Tucker and this is my week 3 mini learning module on human resources management. The learning objectives that I would like to discuss are to identify the steps in the human resources planning process, to identify the reasons why benefits are a key piece to the recruiting process, and to identify effective performance appraisal methods. So there are 6 steps in the human resources planning process. The first step is to analyze organizational objectives, to identify the current human resources, to forecast the supply and demand of human resources, to estimate manpower gaps, to formulate an action plan, and then to monitor, control, and provide feedback. As you analyze the organizational objectives, you want to look at the big picture by seeing the goals in the departments such as production, marketing, finance, and sales. After you identify the objectives, you want to assess your current human resources. It's important to understand people's performance, their capacity, and their potential to grow. After this step, you want to forecast the human resources you need to create these objectives. At this step, you should think about both internal and external candidates that you need to fill these roles. The fourth step is estimating manpower gaps. You want to identify if you have a surplus or a deficit of personnel needed to complete these organizational objectives. People may be able to be trained for different responsibilities, and that will need to be assessed as well. The fifth step is creating an action plan where you need to identify the recruitment, the transfer, or terminations in order to get to these objectives. And lastly, you want to monitor, control, and provide feedback. This is where your plan and strategy is monitored to ensure you remain on the correct path. So the next piece is about benefits. So important company benefits. Healthcare package, work-life balance, and career development and promotion. Benefits packages have become a key piece when it comes for people searching for a job. In today's workforce, companies are constantly striving to keep their employees happy. When it comes to developing a job posting, recruiters want to make sure that it's unique and it's something that screams that company sounds amazing, I want to work there. Something that I have learned in the human resources field that it's not all about money or the monthly salary. Benefits have become a very important piece in the recruiting process, and they're also always the first question from potential employees during the interview process. So as far as healthcare packages, with the ever-changing healthcare industry, people are really looking for employers who cover a majority of the medical benefits. They're looking for employers who are associated with prominent healthcare insurance companies. For example, in Massachusetts, Harvard Pilgrim and Tufts Medical are 2 excellent insurance companies that are widely accepted. With the Affordable Care Act, healthcare premiums are usually anticipated to increase between 10 and 12%. So employers are really doing their research to find companies that cover between 70 and 90% of these premiums to help manage their annual out-of-pocket costs. Medical costs can be both challenging and very costly for especially big families. So they really are looking for employers to contribute more. Work-life balance has also become very important to today's workforce. A major challenge with today's households is that it's usually both parties need to have a full-time job in order to pay the bills, and it can make family life extremely challenging. It's been proven that companies that offer employees a balance between work and personal lives are more likely to keep employees happy in their current job. A generous vacation time package also allows employees to handle personal matters, and it also allows employees to take these mental health days and have a break. Children also get sick without warning, so it's a good feeling and stress reliever for many parents to know that they have those days off to be able to tend to their families. And the third important benefit, career development and promotion. Employees are unlikely to be happy if they continue in the same job every day with zero room for growth. When employees are negotiating salary, with future employers, career development and promotion are always two important questions. If the company is offering a little less than what you wanted for a salary, but you know career development is a potential, people are more often to take the lower salary and work hard to get that promotion. In the company that I currently work for, we're really dedicated to offering competitive benefits. We've done numerous internal surveys about what matters to employees, and medical came in at number one because they want to make sure that they can support their family and support themselves if they were to ever get sick. Paid time off came in at number two because employees like to have a break and feel refreshed. They also want to be able to have that time off if the emergency does occur. And annual reviews and promotions came in third, as employees want to know that there's opportunity ahead of them. You know, we try to offer employees a really great medical, dental, and vision package where we cover about 60%. You know, other benefits that we have, we offer 100% coverage on employees' life insurance and personal accident. Also, short-term and long-term disability, we cover at 100%. We offer matching 401k up to 4%, a generous PTO schedule, discounts on all the major retailers, cell phone discounts, and over 2,000 continuous education courses. Having this package has made a real big difference in our recruitment process, and it's attracted and retained some really great people, as well as given us a lot of great referrals. So a performance appraisal method that I believe is really effective is management by objective. There are 6 steps in this process: establishing quantifiable and measurable objectives, developing an action plan indicating how these objectives are to be achieved, allowing the employees to implement the action plan, measuring the objective achievement, taking corrective action when necessary, and establishing new objectives for the future. This has been a really effective way to conduct a performance appraisal. It's very results-oriented, and people at all levels within the organization are able to set goals in a process that flows from the top down. MBO, it makes the appraisal process very clear and concise for both the employee and the manager. 2 critical pieces in MBO are communication and feedback. There has to be open communication and openness to communication throughout the process between the employee and the manager. This will help the process move along successfully. One of the major advantages as to why MBO is so successful is the fact that employees are really engaged. They take more ownership in something when they are part of the development process, and it helps them wrap their head around it. In our appraisal process, employees complete a self-review where they rate themselves based on job description, duties, and specific criteria for each role. The manager then provides a managerial review of the same criteria. Third stage is a meeting between the employee and the manager to discuss both reviews and have open dialogue about the ratings and any potential gaps they may have. The final stage of the review is for the employee and manager to develop goals with achievable due dates and create their action plan. Our employees are really engaged in this process. They like to be given the opportunity to voice their opinion and be involved in setting their upcoming goals. They seem to be more motivated to do this, and they take more responsibility. An advantage of MBO is that it concentrates on actual outcomes. So for example, if an employee needs to process 70 boxes of product per day for 6 months, it's a quantifiable number, and if the employee isn't meeting that, there are no assumptions. It's purely based on facts. The steps outlined in MBO are clear for both the manager and the employee, and it allows them to be on the same page. Some supplemental materials that I have added here are a performance review fundamentals video, how to conduct performance evaluations video. Both of these are from lynda.com. There's an article on strategic HR planning. There's an article on the top 5 reasons to offer benefits, and another article on the new importance of benefits. I have 3 discussion questions. The first discussion question, I want you to think about a performance appraisal process that you have been through. Identify whether you are the one receiving the appraisal or giving the appraisal. Think about what processes worked and think about what processes could have been utilized. Identify why performance appraisals are so important to organizations. The second question is to think about your current benefits package. What is the most attractive benefit to you? How could your benefits package improve and become more competitive? Have you ever experienced or heard someone turning down a role at your company due to benefits? And the third question is to choose a step in the human resources planning process. Identify how you would complete that step from start to finish and how you would present it to executive management. These are the references utilized to find all of this information. Does anyone have any questions? Thank you.